Here with Kevin Black at the Dave Schultz Memorial International. Let's talk a little bit about coaches' education to start with. You've been able to achieve the gold level, and you'll be recognized for that today. Talk a little bit about the journey to becoming a gold level coach and why you got involved and decided to pursue that.
Yeah, well, I actually got my first copper level certification when I was in high school. I always knew that I wanted to be a coach, and I was kind of a student of the sport and asked my coaches, questions about coaching. And through college, I was involved with our state association and coached in Fargo, and then I was the state coach for a couple years in Wisconsin, and had to instruct some copper level courses and bronze level courses. And I've just always been interested in education. I have an education degree, and I think it's just a valuable part of life to be educated. But also, as coaches, we expect our athletes to improve and to grow and to be educated as athletes, go to camps and do all that kind of stuff. And it's no different from a coaching perspective. We have to grow, we have to learn, we have to research, we have to be up on the latest science and techniques and all that kind of stuff. So education is, for me, an important part of life, but for coaching was important. So it's just natural that I would continue to take the steps. Did my silver certification at the Olympic trials a few years ago in 2008, and then just worked towards my gold certification. And it was fun for me because, like I said, I'm interested in the educational process, and it just was a natural thing to get that certification.
Were you surprised at some of the things you learned? I mean, you've been coaching a long time, and did it open your mind that there's even more things out there that you can continue to learn moving forward?
Oh, definitely. I think that once you think you can't learn anymore, you're essentially ineffective as a coach and as a human being, kind of. So I'm just postured as a learner all the time. So I think that I kind of have this little humble spirit that I can always learn from somebody. So, and at any level of any age, I can learn from a kindergarten kid and to Olympic coaches here. So yeah, I think that there was always new insights, but I guess I'm never surprised that I am able to learn new things. Some things are surprising, the content, but I'm never surprised that I'm able to learn new things.
So we're here at the Schultz tournament, an important event for our American women wrestlers. Get some good matches and get ready for the season. You're working with Sunkist Kids now. Talk a little bit about some of the athletes that you're going to be mentoring with that club.
Yeah. Well, over the last few years, I've been involved with some athletes at different levels. Some more in depth. Some have come to my place and trained and kind of lived in our basement for a little while. So ultimately, I've always been about Team USA. I think that the women's wrestling scene has a nice mix of coaches who were really about Team USA. We might represent different clubs or different teams at the events, but we come together. We're all one team. Last night we were all hanging out together at Terry's house and watched some Iowa wrestling, and it's like we're kind of all on that Team USA thing. So I just was, for me, it made sense from a transitional standpoint to follow some of those athletes and to stick with the people that I know well. And Helen and Vicky are people that have been, I've been close with as an athlete-coach relationship recently, and Deanna had spent time at my place previously. So it's just nice to be able to be with those girls, and I know the ins and outs of them, and kind of their tendencies and some of the things behind the scenes that are going on with their lives too. And they're certainly great athletes and things, but they're also great friends too. So it's nice to be able to work with them.
U.S. third in the world this past year. Just went through the Olympic process with the bronze. I mean, do we feel like as a nation we can even move it higher as a group with our athletes and coaches all working together?
Yeah, definitely. And I think one of Terry's main visions from the beginning was to get all the people to work together. The junior program, the college coaches, and everybody. And it seems like every year we get closer to working together. And when Izzy had put together such a great junior program, and now these girls are seniors, and they've been part of the Team USA from the beginning. They were, as 15-year-old girls, they were in the USA wrestling environment, and they were Team USA. And I think that that's going to really produce a lot of fruit for us in this cycle, because some of them got a taste at the senior level, as young athletes, and 18, 19, 20 years old wrestling on the world team. And now this 4 years, they're going to be veterans at the senior level. And I think that just having that Team USA, everybody working together attitude is really going to be a positive environment for the girls. But it's also, I mean, it's their time to produce too, from an athlete standpoint.
The Schultz tournament, you enjoy this one? Is this a good event for us?
Yeah, this is a good. I mean, for the girls, this is a qualifier for a World Cup team. The highest placing girl makes the World Cup team, but then the second highest placing girl is on the Pan Am team. So there's some incentive to wrestle here, and it's great because it's at the training center, and these girls are familiar with it. We bring in other teams, and they train here, and everything happens right here. It's a perfect event in the United States, and I like it because I get to come out, I get to spend time with my brother, and and be in this environment at the Olympic Training Center. It's awesome. It's inspiring and motivational, and it's a good event.
You work a lot with youth in your state, not just the women, the men as well. How are things going with the club and with the process in Wisconsin?
Good. In Wisconsin in general, our USA Wrestling numbers are growing, and people are becoming more aware of the opportunities with USA Wrestling. And my little club is going well, and I get to wake up every morning and play with my kids, and then go and do wrestling. So it's like it's a dream come true. I'm living the American dream if I was a wrestling fan. So yeah, it's going really well.
Outstanding. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Yep. Thanks.